Over the past several months, quiet but consistent reports from multiple wrestling outlets have pointed to a noticeable shift in how WWE plans to use Roman Reigns going forward. After years of being the immovable centerpiece of the company, working a demanding schedule, and anchoring the top of the card almost year-round, Reigns is now being transitioned into a different rhythm. Instead of appearing week after week, the focus is on selective, high-impact moments designed to feel bigger and more meaningful whenever he does step into the spotlight. This change reflects both Reigns' legacy and WWE's evolving creative priorities. For nearly a decade, he has been the gravitational force around which the company revolved, particularly during his historic championship reign. That era required constant visibility, but WWE now appears to believe that scarcity will make his appearances resonate even more. By limiting his involvement to moments that truly matter, the company can preserve his aura while ensuring that each storyline he touches carries extra weight. At the center of all current planning is WrestleMania 42, scheduled for April. As always, WrestleMania serves as WWE's creative North Star, and everything surrounding Reigns appears to be aligned with making his presence at that event feel special. Early internal ideas reportedly included a major showdown with Seth Rollins, a rivalry that has history, emotional depth, and instant credibility. However, Rollins' shoulder injury has forced WWE to pause those discussions, pushing the company to explore alternative directions that still keep Reigns firmly positioned near the top. With Rollins temporarily out of the equation, WWE's creative team has begun reshuffling its plans for 2026, opening new paths for Reigns that maintain his importance without overexposing him. One direction gaining renewed momentum is another chapter in his ongoing rivalry with Cody Rhodes. Their story, rooted in respect, ambition, and unfinished business, still has plenty of room to grow. Timing also works in their favor, as both men remain central figures capable of carrying a WrestleMania-level narrative. A return to this rivalry would allow WWE to revisit unresolved tension while presenting it through a fresh lens. No matter which opponent ultimately stands across the ring from him, Reigns is expected to remain closely tied to the world title scene. That alone speaks volumes about how WWE views his role. Even as the company experiments with new stars and shifting dynamics, Reigns continues to be treated as a foundational pillar. His involvement automatically elevates any program, and WWE seems intent on ensuring that his stories intersect with their biggest championships and most visible angles. At the same time, there's once again growing chatter around a potential match between Roman Reigns and The Rock. This is the kind of blockbuster pairing that fans have speculated about for years, fueled by family ties, star power, and crossover appeal that extends far beyond wrestling. Whether this match becomes a firm plan or remains an idea on the board, its continued presence in discussions reveals the scale at which WWE is thinking when it comes to Reigns. He is not just a top star, he is a once-in-a-generation attraction capable of anchoring global events. Looking ahead to the early months of 2026, predictions surrounding the Royal Rumble further reinforce Reigns' place near the top of the card. Many analysts view him as a legitimate contender to win the match, or at the very least, play a decisive role in shaping its outcome. A strong showing at the Royal Rumble would naturally funnel him into major storylines heading into WrestleMania season, ensuring that his reduced schedule does not translate into reduced relevance. Behind the scenes, WWE is also navigating the challenge of elevating its next generation of stars. Wrestlers like Bron Breakker are rapidly gaining momentum, positioning themselves as future cornerstones of the company. This creates intriguing possibilities for Reigns, who could be placed in programs that serve as transitional moments for emerging talent. Feuds like these would allow WWE to build new stars by testing them against one of the most dominant figures in modern wrestling history, all while protecting Reigns' mystique. This balancing act reflects WWE's broader strategy for 2026. The company is clearly aware that it must continue building toward the future without abruptly moving away from the stars who defined its recent past. Roman Reigns sits at the intersection of those goals. By carefully choosing when and how he appears, WWE can use his presence to elevate stories, boost ratings, and add credibility to major events, while still giving rising talent room to grow. Ultimately, this new approach positions Reigns as something closer to a special attraction than a weekly fixture. His matches and promos are intended to feel like events rather than routine segments. As WrestleMania 42 draws closer, that strategy becomes even more apparent. WWE wants Roman Reigns to feel essential, not omnipresent, and to ensure that when he does step into the ring, the moment feels impossible to ignore. As the 2026 calendar continues to take shape, one thing remains clear. Roman Reigns is still central to WWE's biggest plans, even as his role evolves. Whether through rivalries with familiar foes, dream matches that fans have waited years to see, or carefully chosen clashes with the next generation, his influence will continue to shape the company's direction. The difference now is not his importance, but how deliberately WWE chooses to use it.